Hey guys, I want to do a little video today about my first 30 days and after I landed here and what I did to start getting things like rolling here, get my life started and everything. It'll kind of help you guys a little bit, you newcomers that are coming here, to figure out what you need to do when you get here. A lot of you guys come over here on the tourist visa and you stay living off of that and you do your tourist runs. I happen to do my SRRV courtesy visa. I did the veterans one. It cost about right around $3,000 total. It was $1,400 I think for the application, and then it cost me $1,500 that I had to put in an account, which you get back when you leave, or if you buy a condo. Okay, so you can get that money back. When I came here and after I landed, immediately I went back to Tracy Martirez because I had already set up my home here through my my girlfriend over here, and we had already set up the house here. And when I was sending her money, she wasn't buying things that were like what I really wanted, like the quality on some of the things. It was just things just to keep her going, basically. And then when I got there, I figured, I'd pick out like the things that I wanted and get more quality items, the beds and stuff, and some of the other things weren't up to like what I wanted. The furniture here that a lot of people buy, the chairs wouldn't even hold an American, like weight-wise, because we're a lot bigger than they are. Not that I'm heavy or anything, but I mean, it's just that they're just not made very good. The beds and stuff like that were bending, because sometimes like two or three of us would be sitting on the bed or whatever, and it just didn't work, didn't work out. So what I did was, the first weekend I ran out, we bought refrigerators. I think we looked at air conditioners, stuff like that. The first weekend we were kind of busy doing stuff like that, getting minor things. I think we got our refrigerator and a few other things. Then the weekdays after that, we went and we got the SRRV courtesy visa. We started working on that, and then by the end of the week we were all done. It only took like, I think 3 or 4 days going around doing everything that we needed to do for that. I highly recommend that courtesy visa. If anybody needs the information, you can message me and I can give you the information. Okay. After that, what we did was we started setting up the house really big. I have a furniture maker right across the street from me, so it's really great. I actually did a video on that. This guy does great furniture. You can order anything you want. You can have secret compartments put in your furniture, stuff like that. If you want to, hide anything like your passport or something like that, he'll make that. You just tell him what you want and where you want it. He makes great closets, lockers, wooden lockers. He made us a kitchen table. This is all the stuff we bought. I bought 2 desks. I had some chairs made, some tables made. The beds were all made by him with drawers underneath. The other thing that I bought was the AC. We had the AC installed. I think we had that installed the first week, either first or second week that was the second week I was here. We had the AC installed. Okay, I think it was like about a week and a half after I got here. And some of the things I bought a little bit after a month, but like I bought my Mac. I didn't really need the Mac like right away, so we waited a while to get that. But I mean, I had my iPad. I had a junk computer that I used for my Magic Jack, which later I hooked up to the Mac. A Mac is a good thing to have here for several reasons, because you don't have any problems with it usually, not like you do with the other computers where you constantly have to call somebody in and take a look at it when something goes, something happens. I don't have that many problems with a Mac. They're known for being pretty problem free, and if I do have a problem, we have the Mac store, right at the mall here. The other thing was, I think we bought some fans for out in the living room, but we found out later that we really didn't need the fans for in here because of the fact that we have the AC. If we open the bedroom door, it goes out to the living room and the kitchen and the bathroom, and it ACs the whole house as long as you keep the doors shut. We kind of keep the lights low and stuff like that too. But the other thing we bought was a cabana. Okay, we did buy a cabana. That was after a month, but that made a huge difference to us here. A lot of people probably would never think of a cabana as being something really big here, but a cabana here, that has become like a family place for us to go sit or go rest during the day or go lay. I've even done a few videos from there, veterans videos, and it has helped us a lot because when we have a party, it doesn't mess up the house, it messes up the cabana. And the cabana is an easy sweep and, you know, wipe everything down and everything. The dog goes in there at night and sleeps on the chair or on the floor, you know, and it's great. It's great to have, and I highly recommend, if you have any room where you live or rent or whatever, to buy a cabana and use that. It's just something really big. But we also bought like dishes, forks and spoons and knives and all that stuff, and then I think we fixed up a few things. I think we put a shower spigot in the bathroom. We already had the regular American toilet there. I just kind of Americanized the place. I did the doors. I put door sweeps to keep the bugs out. That made a substantial difference. I put foam all the way around the door to keep the heat from going. The cold from going in and out from the AC and the heat from coming in. That helped tremendously too with insects and stuff. So, because when I first came here, I noticed, wow, there's a lot of ants around here. You know, there's a lot of little bugs and stuff. Every once in a while you see them, you know, not roaches or anything like that, but you just kind of see ants. It's just a Philippine thing, I think, you know, because it's so hot here. It's not that the house was dirty. The house was immaculate. I don't see that many ants here anymore since I put the door sweeps in, and we keep the windows all shut. So that has helped substantially here. That's one of the things we did in the first month also. There wasn't much for me to do, like as in paperwork or anything like that. When I did get here, I got all my papers organized. I got the house all organized, all in order. I mean, I'm a military guy. I like, you know, and when I was in the military, I wasn't in a long time, but I mean, it taught me to be organized. And now I almost live like I'm back in the military because I have a locker, you know, and it's kind of funny. I mean, I have a desk here too, but I mean, I keep everything very organized. I have files and everything, and it's just good to be like that. That's some of the things that I did as soon as I moved in the house. Was I organized everything. I organized all my papers. One thing I recommend, guys, is you make copies of all your papers, okay, all your documents. I would seriously think about hiding all your most important documents someplace. I would make a piece of furniture, probably a big piece of furniture, and have like a false bottom, or in your bed maybe make like a false something to hide that stuff. It really pays off, I think, if your house gets broken into. My house, that was another thing that I did, was as soon as I moved in here, I put up some alarm systems in the house. That you can buy them through Wish or things like that. The type that pick you know, motion detector alarms. That was another thing that we did in here. Now we also have deadbolts in here. Really good locks. We had a gate put on the front just recently. We had that put on. I wish I had that on a long time ago. That also helps keep people out, you know, because people don't want to go past a gate to get in to open your door if they go to break in or something like that, because it just makes another spot that's going to slow them down a little bit if something happens inside the house or if somebody's in there or whatever. But I mean, all my windows are all, you know, the security windows. My doors are pretty secure. I have the little thing that hole that you can look through with a magnifying glass that looks outside, and that helps also. I had that installed almost immediately, and I've actually brought enough that I gave some to some of the neighbors when we had them installed in their doors too. So just so everybody has a little security around here. But that's just about it, guys. I can't think of anything else. I think during my first month I set up with the VA also. That was no, yes, yes. I think I set up with the VA during the first month, so I could go in there to be seen and stuff like that. I believe I did, or it was just like soon after that. It's a lot of things to do when you get here. I'm sure I'm probably leaving some things out, but I mean, I think we set up the Wi-Fi better soon after that too. We switched from PLDT to Converge. That was another thing we did, because Converge is much better than PLDT. Although it does go down sometimes, it's faster. It's much faster, but it can be glitchy sometimes. And you know, when you come over here, make sure you bring yourself an iPad or something, you know, similar. Even if it's just an iPod. You know, if you don't have a lot of money, get an iPod. It's just like $220 or something like that. And it works the same as an iPad. And you can put a lot of things on it. You can even make phone calls on there with your Magic Jack. You know, you can use that as your phone with your Magic Jack by putting Magic app on the iPod. That will be your phone. And you can use it anywhere where there's Wi-Fi. Even if you're over a friend's house, if they have Wi-Fi, you can use it. Or you can put it on your phone, for that matter. You know, I know I push that in a lot of my videos because it's a great thing to have. It can be glitchy sometimes, but overall I've had a lot of success with that, because people can call you and you can call them on Magic Tech, because you have an American phone number which you can pick any area code you want. So if you know, wherever you lived before, you know, you can even transfer your old cell phone number over to that if you want to. Okay, so that's another thing. But I know it's a short video, guys, because there's not much really to do. And one of the other things I did when I got here was I put in the light bulbs with the bug killer in it. It has like the things that electrocutes them, so it zaps them for the mosquitoes and stuff like that. Because we get mosquitoes here for only like about maybe an hour and a half every day, and they just come out for that hour and a half just when it's starting to get dark at night. We get mosquitoes coming out. And then after that, they all go away. And before that, we don't have any, because I don't know if it's too hot or the sun's out. But after the sun goes down, it's just like that little area in between when, you know, when the sun's getting ready to go down and then it gets dark. That's when they're out. And those bug zappers, they really help around here a lot. And it doesn't go off a lot because, like I said, we have the sweepers and we just try to keep the doors shut for the AC. Keeping your doors shut is the greatest thing you can ever do. And the door sweeps, having the door sweeps too, because of the lizards. We used to have lizards in there. I hate lizards. I hate spiders. I hate insects. And all those things have helped with that a lot. And those are all things I put in the beginning. Any of you guys watching it here already, I highly recommend getting the door sweeps, the foam for the door. You can get it at these Japanese, some of these Japanese stores, like they look like a dollar store. Those stores have a lot of great items if you look around there that you can't find anywhere else. And it's cheap. It's only like $1 or $2 US. You know, it's very inexpensive. And I highly recommend you guys, when you guys walk through these dollar stores, really look at the stuff that's in those dollar stores, because there's a lot of good items in there for really cheap that you can't find in the hardware stores here, because they just don't have it, because they don't use it over here. It's not something that you see often. But the hardware stores also have some good stuff too. The door sweeps, I believe I did get at the hardware store. But you can also order those through Lazada and stuff like that. Some of those online websites do sell that stuff. And you can cut them to any size you want, okay? But those are great things to have. But that's what I did. You know, I did all that stuff. That's when I landed. You know, after I landed, it was mostly, you know, fixing up the house and getting things ready. Beyond that, it was pretty simple getting adjusted here. And, you know, once I was adjusted, it was great. You know, one of the other things I did was I started setting up my budget. I highly recommend if you move here, and you can see my budget board behind me, you know, on the wall. I highly recommend that if you come here, you do a budget board, and you have like one of these things behind me with the dry erase on there, and you can write little notes on there and stuff like that. You can probably see some of my some of my stock things on there, like AAPL. I think you can see it in the background, and BRKB, Berkshire Hathaway. Those are some of the stocks that I'm into, and you you know, it's just a good board to write little notes on or things like that. I'm actually gonna probably get one for out in the kitchen area too. I want to get one for out there because I want to write notes to remember appointments and stuff like that. I know it kind of looks a little bit messy for some people, but for me, it doesn't. To me, it's not messy to me because I like to be organized. One of the things in the Philippines is a lot of, I know you're retired and you don't want to be too organized, but I mean, for me, feeling organized, it gives me a certain sense of freedom here because I everything is on the board. I can look on it and say, okay, I can go out for the day. So I look at it that way. Everything's done. I have the checkoff sheet for my budget. As I pay things off, I just check, and it's simple. Do some of those things, guys. You'll be all set in your first month when you get here. All right, guys. Hey, I got some new videos probably coming out in the next few months. Be sure to subscribe, guys, so you can get those videos. I'm gonna do some other videos on all different types of subjects. Some subjects might not have to do with the Philippines, and some will. Some of them are just kind of gonna be like for fun, or just I might do a couple of chats in there. If people wanna send me any ideas, I'm more than open to that too. You just leave it down in the comment section on this one here, and I'll do a video on it if I think it's a good idea. Okay, guys. All right, guys. Have a great day. Thanks. Be sure to press that subscribe button. Thank you.